So last week in the metaverse, the first article we're going to be looking at is Decentraland bringing the second edition of Metaverse Fashion Week. So Decentraland announced that it would be hosting its second edition of the much-awaited fashion event, Metaverse Fashion Week, also known by its short form MVFW. The event is scheduled to commence on March 28th and conclude March 31st. It features several designers and star lineup to make the show interesting. I think it's really cool to see the culture of fashion embrace the metaverse, because more and more companies are embracing that we're going to be living in a more digital future, and people are always going to want to express themselves. And one of the ways that they're going to be able to do that is through avatars and having potential soul-bound NFT avatars, etc., where they can go and express themselves and do that digitally through fashion. There's a reason why Nike has already made a ton of patents for the metaverse, and you're seeing a fashion week in Decentraland. So I think this is really cool. I did not participate last year, but I am curious to potentially participate this year just to see how things are evolving and building out and what the experience is like. Next, we're going to look at Binance, as this AI-powered NFT generator hits 10,000 mints in 2.5 hours. In a limited beta, Picasso was taking users' submitted profile pictures and turning them into works of digital art in seconds. On March 1st, the world's largest exchange launched its AI-powered NFT generator called Picasso. CZ told users you can turn your creative visions into NFTs with AI. Following up with a couple hours later with Picasso, first pilot just completed its 10K minted in 2.5 hours. So what's really cool is that you can take a PFP, just basically a profile, and AI is then going to generate that into potential 10,000 mint. And then allow a launch pad for you to then go and have a place where you can mint it. Like, AI is so wild in how much it's progressing and learning and allowing people to create art and do it in a very quick fashion. So I don't know how I feel about it just yet, but I do see how AI is quickly starting to change and alter how people think about and do business and art. Next, we're going to look at Dan Harmon, which still unreleased NFT show Cryptopolis got its third season. So the Fox animated comedy series has yet to air a single episode and has made about $650K from their NFTs sales so far. So quick shout out. We recently had someone from the Fox team come on and interview with us. Definitely go check out that episode. A lot of fun. One of the things I was talking about was Cryptopolis. So if you are familiar with the TV series Rick and Morty, the co-creator Dan Harmon created Cryptopolis and has already been renewed for its third season. So that is extremely cool to see how people can participate and have a utility that can then be translated over into the actual show itself. So for example, I think one of the utilities by owning one of these NFTs is that if you do certain actions, you potentially could have your NFT show up in one of the episodes that comes out. And I mean, something like that's really cool. I couldn't imagine having some background character in like a South Park or Futurama or anything like that. I think it's just a really cool and unique opportunity. Even Rick and Morty, just of all the crazy background characters made in that universe, to be able to say like, oh, look, that NFT, like I own that one. I own that character. Like that'd be super cool. So I think this is awesome. And I think we're going to see more content come out like this. Our next article looks at blockchain game. The Sandbox warns of phishing emails after security breach. So an unauthorized third party gained access to Sandbox's employee's computer and uses to send false emails to users. So the email entitled the Sandbox game Pure Land Access included links to malware that could be used to gain access to personal information of those who clicked on them. The firm didn't indicate how many people had received the email. So this is just a quick PSA, public service announcement that companies continue to get scammed. And bad actors and malware are going to continue to go out there. Look twice before you click on a link. before you potentially immediately go somewhere, you can always hover over the link and see where it's potentially trying to bring you. But also, this is just super unfortunate. And hopefully, whoever's listening to this, if you got that email, don't click it. But also continue to just be careful with the information that's being sent out your way. Next article is looking at OKX NFT Marketplace, which released the Bitcoin Ordinal NFT collection with over 3,500 items. I recently went out to ETH Denver and met the Ordinal team and some OGs, and it is a team that is on fire. I mean, this group, it's Ordinals, and for one, are really out in making a lot of waves out in the NFT world right now. And the passion that the people in the Ordinals organization have is really cool, and almost gives me like that next big group type feel. So I am definitely interested in them. Full disclosure, I do not own any Ordinals, but not to say that I might not own some in the future, as I think this is a really cool project and has a lot of premise and could really turn into something big into the future. Next, we're going to look at the Emmy Award-winning Disney-backed Bob's Studios launching Momoguru Ethereum NFTs. Now, the Hollywood's Bobo Studios has won 9 Emmy Awards for its short films and virtual reality experiences. They're branching out to the world of Web3 with a family-friendly project called Momoguru and his accompanying Ethereum NFT collection. So, created by multimedia director and animator of Martin Alice and writer-director Nico Casavici, Momoguru is a colorful fantasy world where creatures called momos can fuse together and form hybrid characters. This is just one of those cool types of stories. I mean, anytime you can see a company backed by Disney, you know that they got something special, and not just anyone can go and win 9 Emmys as well. So I think this is a really cool project. It's one that I'm going to be watching, and I think this is one that could, grow into having a much larger ecosystem into the future. So our final article is going to be looking at Magic Eden, as it is hosting more than a dozen free gaming NFT mints in March. So Magic Eden is set for a month of free gaming NFT mints with 13 projects preparing to launch on the platform. The event, called Mint Madness, will showcase a collection across Polygon, Ethereum, and Solana beginning on Friday, according to company release, with Planet Mojo NFTs launching on Polygon that day. Metastar Strikers NFTs will follow shortly after. So I think this is really a lot of fun, going with the Mint Madness after March Madness, with NCAA basketball coming out real soon, which also will be a lot of fun to watch. But I digress. Mint Madness should be really cool. Who doesn't love a free mint? And the fact that it's going to be on all these different chains, Polygon, Ethereum, Solana, lots of really cool opportunities. And we've seen a lot of success with free mints of late. So this could be one to go and participate in. And it's one that I will be on the lookout for myself. So that's going to wrap up this week's Aftershock. Lots of information. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please, if you're over on our podcast, make sure you leave us a nice 5-star review, share out with your friends. And if you're over on our YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. And please share this out as well. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think. And if there's other news you want us to cover, please let us know as well. We hope you really enjoyed today's content. And as always, we hope you stay cryptocurrent.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Cryptocurrent. Cryptocurrent is a cryptocurrency and blockchain education platform that's bridging the gap between the curious newcomers who are just discovering the space and the thought leaders who are shaping its future. All opinions expressed by Richard Carthon, the Cryptocurrent team, and their guests on this show are exclusively their own opinions. This show and any other Cryptocurrent production is exclusively for informational purposes.